Previously on Tales of Ashion, the Foo Fighters came face to face with the shadow of a being known as an aboleth, creatures that once fashioned themselves gods. While this creature was nearly a forgotten shadow of such a being, it had already begun to corrupt the minds of at least three others, two were-rats and a human man. Seeking to learn more, Calamities and Camilla stealthily crossed the open water, while Branch, using some of his incredible speed, jumped the distance with you. Realizing none of you knew what language the man was speaking, Camilla decided to take a risk and crept to the kneeling worshippers, trying to persuade them into revealing what they were venerating. Unfortunately, they saw through her ruse to the ire of both the aboleth and its minions. Combat soon erupted, and at the same time, Frederick began spouting about heretics, unbelievers, and blasphemes of such a being claiming to be a god. Camilla, Calamities, and Branch faced down the worshippers, while the aboleth attempted to subdue Frederick. During the fighting, Camilla was bitten by one of the were-rats, sensation like fire in her veins. While Calamities too was bitten, he seemed to suffer no ill effects. With the were-rats and the human defeated, you all turned to face the monstrous aberration of which Frederick was holding his own against. Sensing its demise, the creature retreated to the depths from whence it came, though it would not save it from its fate, as Frederick and Camilla launched a barrage of attacks, destroying it. With the monster defeated, you collected what items you could, including a note describing caution when dealing with were-rats, a unique set of armor, and an even more unique silvered sword. Calamities, sensing something was amiss with Camilla, asked Frederick to see if she was cursed. Upon casting his spell, he was able to confirm that she is cursed in some way, though it would require more research to resolve. Setting aside the problem for later, you found the totem and destroyed it. And then with a mighty surge of water popping your ears, the cavern began to fill, the well's natural water source returning to normal. Hastily, you fled from the cavern to the well entrance and to freedom. Just as with the last shantytown, the people were pulled from their stupor and apathy, and that was swept away from them like cobwebs. Hungry for a warm meal and a bit of rest, returned to the miner's daughter and decided to take the night to rest. That is where we are picking up. It is the following morning. Camilla, only you are aware of what happened overnight. If you wish to share that with the party, you may. You guys can mark off a long rest, by the way. Don't forget.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
Yeah?
Aren't I like slightly furry now? I have rat teeth.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice any outward change. You didn't change into a were-rat. You resisted the urge.
Yes, I will share it with everyone.
You definitely feel a bloodlust, like a desire for raw red meat.
Do they serve that here? Can I have that for breakfast?
Want to ask? You can.
Do you guys have beef tartare?
I mean, they have food. They have all kinds of. They had bacon, like lots of bacon.
I don't think I'll go asking for raw meat. I don't want to raise suspicions. But I will share with the party that I am cursed.
No.
But it's okay, because we have more important things to worry about first.
Wait, are you telling us just that you're cursed, or are you telling us what you're cursed with?
I got bit by a gross rat.
Ah.
And now something is wrong.
Perhaps we should go get you a tetanus shot. Or a rabies shot.
Both of those might work. Maybe. No promises.
Let's kill Crow Man first. And then we could worry about finding me a cure.
If you say so.
Severin's gonna peek out of the bag, kind of wiggle his way out. And he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna go, "High five!" The cursed people. Kind of see his mage hand just floating in the air.
I high five him.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not alone." You get the distinct impression he's grinning Just like that smirking grin on his face.
Does this mean I get to travel in the bag now?
I mean, you could have before. When we put you in the bag one point.
This is true.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do?
Is everybody ready? Go
Yeah. I'm ready
fight
to
another
go
one of these
face.
abominations.
Yeah, I'm ready to face Camilla's greatest fear.
I'm just like, wait, what?
We know it's not
Don't
being
worry
turned
about it.
into a were-rat. All right. Well, so you guys head downstairs. For this point, I'm gonna say Frederick stays up in the room. I don't want to play him and Severin at the same time a lot. So he's gonna be like, I don't feel well, guys. I need to go speak to that old man I spoke to about, Bahamut and his blessings. He can help me. As he's downing a mimosa at the same time. Alcohol problem, apparently. But you guys come down for breakfast. Remember, there are the two barmaids. There was the halfling woman, Mara Lightfoot. She is happy to give you guys food and any meal you want. If you guys want bacon and eggs and that kind of stuff like you've had before, or porridge, get you that, and bread and fresh cheese and all that jazz.
I would like 20 eggs.
Raw eggs, hard boiled, scrambled,
Over easy.
over easy. And she kind of like looks at you for a moment and she goes, puts her arm on her hip and like that looks at you kind of moment of like, are you serious, kiddo? Mind you, she's only about 3 foot nothing. So you're definitely tower over her, but she kind of has that motherly look of you of like, you're fucking kidding me, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot. And some toast.
And she goes, well, Boren is the cook ain't gonna like that meal, but she kind of looks you up and down. Well, I guess you might be big enough to eat it all. If you don't, you're gonna be answering to me and the cook, though. You understand?
He needs the extra protein to grow back his tail.
I
bet.
don't know if I feel intimidated right now, but I will act intimidated.
Okay. So she kind of. Actually, let me roll. I'm gonna roll for an insight on her, see if she catches it. She nods and totally thinks you are intimidated.
Very well.
Yeah. She didn't roll very well. But she goes, good. All right, understood. And then she leaves, and you hear after she goes in the back, and you hear some mumbling in the back. And then you hear some what? And just starts screaming in the background of like that's a ridiculous order. She comes back out a couple minutes later, and she's like, "All right, that'll be about 10 minutes. The cook's going. He has to boil another pot of water."
Oh no.
But
That's why
then
you can tell him to take his time.
okay. She nods and goes, well, in the meantime, here's some bread and some butter, margarine. Go with butter. We got real stuff, not this, cheap. It's not. I can't believe it's not butter stuff.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have you do this for me here. I want you to make a Constitution saving throw. This is to eat 10, half of it, of eggs, unless she brings them out.
That's a 19.
Oh God, yeah, you finished the entire plate, all 20 eggs. No problem. Like you're just going to town. Your stomach's a little full. Like you're getting to that point where you're like, I think I've eaten too much, and then you're like, I got room for more. Just keep going. As I learned from Snifty or Palamides here, it's a dessert stomach. You have a breakfast stomach. It keeps going.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
It's a
Dessert
separate
stomach
thing.
is so real.
I joke around with the waitress. I tell her, I don't know. I think I could eat 20 more.
She's kind of like looking at you, like worried you're gonna vomit. And she goes, "No, that's okay. You should work that off what you got. You have a pile of bacon and bread, and she's kind of like looking you up and down and goes. You hear somebody over in the corner at another table go, "Just eat 20? Yeah. Where the fuck did he put it all? It's so weird."
Where his tail used to be.
There's no longer a tail. It's going to the tail, wherever that may be.
My second stomach
Your second stomach, yep.
is where my tail used to be.
It's just invisible. No one can see it. All right. Well, you eat your breakfast, no problems. On that 19 roll, good roll. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Oh god.
Well, I suppose we should get going.
Shantytown number 3.
Number 3.
Pain.
Pain for somebody. Who will it be?
Yeah, not me. Let's go.
Not you. All right.
You other suckers can deal with it.
You guys head off through town. This real quick. So as you guys are walking through town, all of you guys go ahead and make a perception here.
Four.
It's a 13.
17.
All right, Camilla.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are just kind of like picking at your skin or your scales, like your hand, like checking to see if there's extra fur, and keep checking your teeth. Like, am I growing buck teeth or anything like that? You're just not paying attention. But Branch, you and Calamities, both of you guys kind of notice it's subtle, but when you guys got to town, you got to Commonwealth here the first time. Everybody inside the city seemed to be super happy-go-lucky, energetic, like they were on top of the world. Like, that was everybody. They were just like, hey, there's no war going on. Who cares about the poverty people outside? But you are starting to hear whispers now, and people seem to be walking around town like they're snapping out of that almost. They're kind of like, oh, like you hear one person go, "Oh man, I didn't sleep well last night for the first time in like a month." Someone else goes, "Oh yeah, it's okay," the super chipper kind of thing. But there's definitely hints that whatever you guys are doing is fixing or setting the balance right with the area. It's definitely starting to affect everybody.
Interesting. In character, I'm just like, I knew these people were too happy all the time.
How dare they be happy? Who would have thought? Okay. Well, you have 2 shanty towns left. You guys head, we'll say north, or it will be map northwest. To kind of going counterclockwise in this case for it. And as you guys get out of town, the guards at the entrance. You guys haven't walked through this entrance before, but one of the guards is kind of slouching against he's got a spear and he's kind of like got his head against it. Looks like he's sleeping almost, like he's having trouble keeping his eyes open. 2 other guards are sitting on a bench in the shade, and they're just kind of yawning, looking around, going like, so exhausting out here. They see you guys kind of walk through and they just go, well, you guys have your gems? Those are the gems you guys had to pay the gold for.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them kind of
No, I seem to have left mine in my other pair of pants.
oh, well.
Just kidding. I got it right here.
Oh, okay. The 2 guards sitting down kind of look at you and they go, "Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. You're fine. Go through." And they kind of just yawn. And then as you guys are walking past, like, you guys get about 20 feet past the gates, And you see a small caravan of 2 wagons, and the wagon drivers pull up. The guard that was kind of leaning against his spear kind of like tilts his head up and he goes, "What are you here for?" And the wagon guard in the front goes, "Here to trade? What happened to the city?" And he goes, the guard goes, "Oh, whatever. I guess. Wait, we have to get you the gems." And like you can see, like you can hear them as you're walking away. Like they seem to be like fading out of whatever was happened. Like they're again that same kind of we're super energetic, and it's just draining out of them now. But you guys don't hear the rest of the conversation, and you guys make it to the next shanty town. You all 3 of you notice something instantly though. Whereas the other 2, there was always this very oppressive darkness feeling. There was, even in the daytime, it was dark, moody, and broody would be a good way to put it. That doesn't seem to be the case. Like the sun is shining, it's summertime. So you guys are like, okay, where are the shadows? There doesn't seem to be a whole lot. But the same situation with the people. Everyone is kind of sitting around, lack of apathy. They don't seem to care. It's really creepy.
Okay. Guys, I don't like this. I'd prefer the like dark caves and stuff. This kind of just makes me feel weird.
Yeah, I'm with you, Branch. At least the other 2 felt honest.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I know what I'm getting into. It's dark, creepy dark cave, weird little gnome people, stuff like that. But this is like Uncanny Valley.
Well, everyone go ahead and make a perception for me.
Was
11.
that 13.
7.
Okay, unfortunately, you
11,
guys
11.
don't notice anything as you're walking around. Camilla, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me here.
Oh my god.
Okay.
3.
So
Oh,
as you,
whoops, that was
So
a
it
check.
begins.
so it begins.
Oh no.
So you guys, as you're wandering around, in fact, everybody roll a d6 for me here. Actually, d4. We'll make it. Everyone roll a d4.
Oh god, I got 4.
Yeah, 4. I'm glad that's where my high roll went.
Okay.
I got a 2.
All right. Well, so since Polemides and Camilla rolled the same number, you 2 stick together. Branch, however, you wander off and disappear.
Classic Branch.
Scooby
There
Doo
you go.
no.
Yeah,
I didn't even have to make this decision for him. He
just let the dice roll. So you kind of like are just like, oh look, this is kind of creepy, guys, and you kind of turn down a corner. I'm like, look at this person. He's just sitting at the bench, and you kind of poke him, and he just falls over. He's not dead. The guy just kind of looks at you like, why did you poke me? And then like, oh, I don't care why you poked me. And you're like, this is so weird. And you turn around, and Polemides and Camilla are gone. You're like, where'd they go? Camilla, though, you kind of find a little bit of shade out of the sun, and they're just like, you shiver. You feel this something like somebody walking over your grave kind of moment. You hear a voice in your head, and it goes, "It's unfortunate, those scars. Oh, you had wings, didn't you? Gone." Voice stops.
I whirl around looking for where it came from. I'm like patting my back, making sure like my shirt didn't rip.
Nope, nothing ripped, and Polemides is the only one that's next to you at the moment.
Did you say something?
No, I didn't say. It's happening to you now, isn't it?
I walk right behind him.
Okay, when you walk
I get
behind,
even closer.
you walk behind him, like kind of like at a corner of your eyes. You swear for a brief moment there is a pair of shadowy wings coming out of Calamity's back, but you turn your head quickly to look, and they're gone.
That's not fair.
What's not fair?
You hear the voice again. Could be yours again.
How? They were taken from me.
And there's no response for it at this moment. You do feel the urge to kind of move further into the shantytown, though.
I guess I will lead the way.
Okay.
I'll follow
going
this urge.
to cling to Camilla.
Okay. Calamities, as you're
Just-
clinging to her, you realize that Branch is not with you guys.
God damn it. But Camilla, oh, we should really find Branch before we go deeper in.
And he'll probably show up.
I don't think that's true.
All right, Branch. You are looking around, and the two of them are gone. What do you want to do?
I'm going to sit down and meditate.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to scream, Branch!
Well, there's no other noise other than that, so you hear your voice echo through the shantytown. Branch, make a perception check. I'll give you advantage since you said you're meditating. You're trying to listen to the world around you.
Okay. You said perception?
Perception, yeah.
Okay. That's a 17.
Okay, 17. You hear Calamity's voice echoing through the off the buildings.
Ah, okay. Do I know what where the direction that I see the building, right?
Yeah, so it's there's a bunch of
Okay.
rundown buildings and kind of those cardboard, corrugated metal boards everywhere. So you
Okay.
can definitely hear him. Let me pull up the map. It's on the map. The map has been put out. Alright. I'm gonna put you guys here. Where you guys are on the map is roughly where you guys you guys need the link to the map. Let me know.
I am here.
Okay, cool. I found it. Ah, I see. Okay. Can I try and go towards where I heard the voice?
Yeah, so it would be a survival check or just a wisdom check. Make it a survival if you
Okay.
want.
Alright. Survival. See, that is a 21.
Oof. Okay, yeah, you can clearly make your way to them, no problems, on a 21.
Perfect. Wonderful.
All right, Camilla. While Calamities is screaming for Branch to come join you, what do you do? You gonna kind of follow your gut and sneak away, or are you just gonna wait?
I'm gonna I'm gonna follow my gut and
Okay.
head further into the
Okay.
town.
So you move roughly kind of up to here, there.
Stick it to you.
And you're like, "Ah!" All right, Branch will put you about here.
I'm gonna while we keep moving further in, I'm just gonna keep screaming Branch's name.
Okay. So
Marco.
Hoping he'll
pull
come
the
here eventually.
fish out of water. Okay. Well, Camilla, as you get further up the road, you hear the same voice kind of come back into your head again. It says, "You were robbed of your birthright. Wings were something that should have elevated you above the rest. Stolen. You should have them back." Go ahead and make
I should.
another wisdom saving throw for me here.
This voice is making some good points.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nat 20 for a 21.
Okay. You definitely feel the voice and a presence of it pushing on your mind. It almost, like, you resist it, but it almost feels like it's trying to mess with your senses in a sense, in a way, and you manage to resist whatever it's trying to do. But the voice does start to continue after that. And he says, it's definitely a male voice. And it goes, "Come, I can give them back to you. All you must do is give in to the apathy. Just come closer." That's all it says.
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna keep following it.
Okay.
I wanna
What if I
grab
can get my-
Camilla's arm and she tries to keep moving.
What are you doing? I'm heading towards the voice.
We should wait for Branch. These voices are never good news, and they always try to pull you in closer, separated from the others.
But we handled the other two. What if I
With
can get...
everybody there.
He can catch up. He moves at like the speed of sound.
If he knows where we are. I know I'm screaming loud, but these places are weird. Give him some time.
Fine.
Branch, go ahead and make a perception check for me here.
Feeling very perceptive today. That's a 18.
Okay.
Ooh.
So as you're definitely making your way to them, like you're following them. You can hear them moving further away still. Like you're like, okay, I should be here by now, and you are gaining on them. You're not like sprinting or anything, but there's something that you notice that's just very odd. You again, you noticed this a little bit before. Like there's no pervading darkness around here. But as you're kind of wandering to them, you do look up above and see on top of each of the buildings kind of a shadowy figure seems to be almost following you guys, or following ahead of you. It seems to be floating from rooftop to rooftop, and that it's definitely a large shadowy figure. But like kind of when you go to look at it and you're like, you focus looking on it, it disappears. And it fades like a good example of like mist on a hot summer day. It just kind of vanishes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really not liking this place. It's giving me what's it called? Silent Hill vibes.
I should get more music for you guys.
I've just been playing some of the Neon White soundtrack.
All right, Camilla, are you gonna hang out and wait for Branch?
Are we able to see Branch by now? Oh no, wait.
If you're gonna
No, there's
stand there and
buildings in the way.
wait, maybe.
Um,
I want you to make one more wisdom saving throw for me here.
that's a 4.
Okay. For a brief moment, you hear the voices. You're waiting for Branch. You're like, fine, come on, Branch, where are you? The voice comes back into your head, much louder than before. It goes, "Leave them. They're holding you back. Wings, they're yours." And you kind of like look over your shoulder and you see these spectral, ghost-like wings sprout out from your shoulders. And you kind of flex and you can almost feel them for a moment. And the voice goes, "Come to me." And you feel the immediate urge to just leave Calamities behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to sneak away to follow the voice.
Okay, go ahead and make a sneak a stealth roll.
Oh, dang it. It's a
Mhm.
13.
All right, Calamities, perception. I am going to give you disadvantage on this because you're half expecting her to wait there while Branch arrives.
14.
Ooh, okay. Two things happen in this case. So Branch, you come right around the corner, and so Calamities, you
Okay.
see Branch like waving to him, and you turn, look over your shoulder just as Camilla rounds the corner and disappears. And you're like, "Oh fuck!"
just gonna call out to Branch and be like, "All right, try to keep up," and just start sprinting after.
Okay.
Hey, Blamities!
Meow.
Alright, Branch, are you gonna sprint after them?
Yeah.
Okay, you can move right up to Calamities. You got the insane speed. You don't even you're just like, hi, boom, Urson Bolt
I-
style.
I just think it's funny we're almost at where I was before.
I know, right? It's very weird. All right, Camilla. So Calamities, you and Branch around the corner, and Camilla, you see Camilla go behind the building again, kind of moving this direction. She's staying ahead of you guys at the moment.
I'm gonna feline agility sprint.
Okay.
Full on cunning action, hauling ass.
Like, I'm going for it. You're not getting away. No. All right. Well, Branch will say you keep up. You're just like Calamities is like sprinting, and in Branch you're just like, oh, we're power walking. Okay. All right, Camilla. Go ahead and make a perception check for me here. Actually, all of you guys can make this.
18.
21.
13.
Should be high enough. Let me double check. Oh, I rolled a nat 20. All right. So all of you. No, so none of you see this. You all kind of see it that same kind of. You see the shadowy mist. You see there are 4 of them actually. One is like a shadow figure with these large wings that spread out and seem to almost blot out the sky briefly. As you guys all look up at it, though, it disappears, just kind of fades away, almost like it melted. There are 3 smaller shadows behind it. It seemed to be more like an entourage. You can see for the briefest moment each have these red glowing eyes, and they give you like you all shiver, like, oh god, like something just walked over my grave kind of vibe for it. Before they don't just fade into mist, they seem to melt, like wax melting into the ground or into the top. They're standing on top, they're floating on top of the buildings, and they kind of melt into the building. Behind you, you hear some little cackling, almost like a child, as a little imp-like creature cackles and then disappears behind the edge of the roof for it. But everything disappears. You hear in your head, Camilla, come alone. Wings will be yours. Night. Night, when the darkness prevails, I will await you. And then the voice goes away.
I have to wait longer? Fine. I'll stop outrunning Calamities and Branch. They're like, it's gone. I don't know where the shadow went.
What did it say to you?
It wasn't really speaking to me. It more just felt like, I don't know, presence? Like a pull. I thought we'd be able to find where it was and defeat it like the other 2.
So you didn't hear anything in your mind.
Nope.
Then why were you so adamant that we keep moving forward deeper into here without everybody gathered up?
Because it's sunny here. The other spots were all dark and spooky. Has anyone else
Wait.
heard anything?
Camilla, you know that I know you're lying, right?
What?
You very specifically asked me, hey, did you say anything when nobody spoke?
Yeah, I thought I
know
heard
you
something.
heard something. So what did you hear?
I don't know. That's why I went looking.
Camilla, I'm going to take your shinies away.
I put both
Yeah.
my hands on my coin purse.
I think we should continue going and maybe perhaps we can talk about this later. I don't like the vibes of this place and you guys are scaring me.
I don't like the influence this place seems to be having on Camilla.
I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't how you
It's-
talk to a sick person.
I will say Camilla is acting suspicious.
It had an influence on one of us every time.
At least more suspicious than usual.
You all know how it influenced me the first time. It seemed like it didn't get to Friedrich as much, but you chose him then. It's not me. It's not Branch, because he's acting totally normal.
You did just eat 20 eggs. I don't know if that's normal.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
Branch normal.
Okay.
After all the shinies I've helped you get, Camilla, you don't even trust me with this. Disappointed.
I'm gonna pout and cross my arms.
All right. What do you guys
I
want
still
to do?
think we should scout the rest of the buildings or the rest of the village and see if we could find where the corruption's coming from.
Mhm.
Is that what you guys are gonna do? Search the rest of the place?
Yeah. I heard
Sure.
there's not many other options. I will say Branch is gonna keep a close eye on Camilla.
Ooh.
Okay, fair enough. So everyone go ahead and just make a investigation.
Yeah.
17.
Also a 17.
Ooh,
Uh,
Whoa.
dang! I was hoping for a 17 so we could go triple
I
Yahtzee.
was too. My bad, guys.
Okay. So you guys spend the next 2 hours or so. Camilla, you do not hear the voice again. You feel like something there in the back of your there. It's observing you, but it's definitely not like it's a fingernail on your mind, just barely present. But that's it. Otherwise, you guys don't find anything. You guys search high and low. There, you don't sense anything. You don't see any other darkness. Nothing.
Well, in that case, at the end of the 2 hours, I'm gonna look at Camilla and be like, "Oh, it's been 2 hours. You want to talk about what you think you heard? We were standing there. You asked me if I said anything.
Yeah, it sounded like someone talking. I couldn't make
That
out what they were
generally
saying.
implies words."
That's why I was following it.
It's gonna shake my head. Like, I know it said something, Camilla, and I'm sad that you're not telling me.
Why can't we find any corruption if everyone here is acting all poopy like they were at the other shanty towns?
I was hoping whatever it said to you would help answer that question, but I guess we'll never know.
So if you guys want to try and talk to some of the people, you can. I mean, at this point, you guys have just been walking around, just kind of inspecting. You haven't really had any
That's fair.
conversation.
Alright. I'll walk up to the first person I see. And I'll ask what I'll say is, why is your town so weird? And why are you living in it?
Okay. So this is maybe a teenage kid. He's maybe 12 or 13 years old. Um, a long, shaggy hair, just kind of that. It's that emo hairstyle that Crow has. The half in his face hair, kind of emo look. But he's sitting on the ground. He's not wearing any shoes. He's got like those capri pants that are all ripped and torn. And he's wearing a shirt that's seen better days as well. It looks like it might have been a white shirt at some point, but now it's kind of like a yellow. It's got like armpit stains and like sweat stains all over it, and it's been ripped and torn. But he just kind of blinks at you and looks up. He's just kind of leaning against a building, and he goes, "What? Why do I live here? Well, I don't have anywhere to go." He just kind of he looks at you, and his eyes just look dead. He's just lost the will to live.
Oh.
Is this person corrupted or are they just a teenager?
Well, so you guys have seen other people in the other shanty towns and everyone kind of around you. They all have a similar kind of feeling to them, like they've given up the will to live. But you all know that when you guys clear the corruption, they kind of snap out of that. They kind of wake up and like, well, what the hell's going on?
Okay. Can I ask them, has he always felt this way?
Looks at you for a moment and he goes, "No, I don't think so.
Do you know what changed to make you feel this way?
No, I can't remember feeling anything other than this." He kind of just looks at you and he goes, "You know, life's just nothing worth living." He kind of gets this distant look to his eyes and he goes, "The emperor died. World's at war. Family's dead. Hey, I should be
Huh?
dead too. Why am I still alive?"
No. Well, there's a reason. You may not know it right now. Just hang in there, buddy.
Why?
Because
I
one
sh-
day you'll be able to eat 20 eggs for
Yes,
breakfast.
that's a lot of eggs. I, I haven't seen an egg in I don't know how long. Wow.
Well, when was the last time you even ate?
I don't remember.
Here, eat this. And I cast a good berry. I give him a good berry.
You kind of just put it into his hand, and he just kind of looks at it for a moment, and then looks at you and goes, "Why would I eat it though? What is it? Is it? It's not going to make my life better.
It might.
No, it won't. Nothing will make my life better." And he kind of goes to like drop it onto the floor, kind of like holds out his hand, and then just slowly starts to tilt it. That kind of slow motion of waiting for it to gravity to pull it out of his hand.
Hmm.
Are you gonna stop him or anything like that?
Uh,
I mean, he definitely looks malnutritioned. Like food is probably going to be good for him, but like he has no will to live at the moment. He doesn't seem to care. You could probably like you get the impression you could probably stuff it down his throat, and he's just not going to care either way.
that's what I was probably gonna try and do. I was gonna grab a second good berry and then try and like just force him to eat it.
Okay. Make a. It'd be technically a grapple check. Just make a straight just attack roll. You just roll a d20. You have advantage on it. He's not going to try and resist, but still want to see. Don't roll a 1.
All right. 14
Plenty
on the
high.
first one.
Yeah, you kind of like take another good berry, grab his hand, and kind of grab at his shirt a little bit. And he just kind of looks at you, and you put the good berry in his mouth and kind of push it back, and he goes, "Oh, what?" And you close it. You put your hand on his jaw and close his jaw, and he goes swallow, and he goes, "Okay," and he kind of mumbles it, and then you see him swallow it. Um, he opens his mouth afterward, and you can tell he ate it, but it doesn't seem to change
Okay.
anything for him. He's definitely not going to be hungry for the day.
Well, at least I did something for him. Uh, I don't know. What do you guys think we should do at this point? I don't know.
There are other people
Yeah.
in the shanty towns to talk to. This is just one person.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'll ask him who's like kind of in charge of the town. Who's the head honcho around these parts?
Good question. He kind of you see a change in his behavior slightly. He like before he was kind of just slouched, legs out, um, sitting against the wall of one of the buildings. But as soon as you ask that question, he pulls his legs up to his knees up to his chest and kind of wraps his arms around his legs. And he goes from a look of apathy to a look of fear. And he goes, it's the Dark Lord and his entourage. They they watch the skies during the day. They're there, always watching, always watching, always watching. And he kind of grabs at his head, almost like he's going crazy. And he goes, always watching, promising, always watching. They only come out at night though. He walks. We don't talk about him. Don't talk about him. No, no more. He just kind of keeps shaking his head.
Well, do you know where we can find this Dark Lord?
So I'm not gonna you guys roll for perception. So you notice that he starts going no more, no more. And you ask where you can find him, and then other people on the street start clutching at their heads and kind of cowering away, going promises, 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 promises. It's a weird echo. Like everybody's in sync as they're saying this. Before they all say, kind of stop, and they go, "Come at night. They walk among us
Hmm.
in the shadows," and then it's just
Okay.
silence. Like they all of them stop talking at once.
At which point I'm going to turn to Camilla again. Be like, so were you promised anything?
I told you I didn't hear any words.
I still don't believe you, Camilla.
Well, and I just shrug and shake my head.
I don't even get to know, and I'm gonna take out 100 pieces of gold.
I take out the 2 platinum from my pocket and put them in front of my eyes. I cannot see your 100 gold.
Now I know he promised you something, Camilla. The Camilla I know would never convince themselves to not take shinies.
Maybe your gold is dirty. It needs to be cleaned.
I might have believed you if you just said, I really didn't hear anything, but I'll take your money. But that's not what you did, Camilla.
What's that? I can't see you.
You really want to let this Dark Lord, you saw what these people did in the streets. You really want to be like that?
Should we? Huh. Camilla, how would you feel about trading places with Severin for the night? You want to just chill in the bag of holding, maybe get some rest.
Mm,
Or maybe you could chill in there with Severin, maybe he's getting a little lonely. He needs some company.
how much money?
Okay. Well,
Oh, but I can't pay you?
I will say I'm probably not the richest out of all of us. I was kind of expecting you to do it for free. I have this cool little orb of direction. That's kind of neat.
Is it shiny?
I in the sun it might be a little shiny. It's like it's made out of glass.
I hold my hand out for it.
Okay. I pull it out and I hand it to Camilla.
Okay.
I hold it up to the sun and look through it like not a kaleidoscope, like one of those weird paperweights that people make that look like galaxies.
Sure. I mean, it is orb shaped. It's called an orb of direction. So if you want to see a picture of it, it's definitely there. You can look up. Right here.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, you found it?
Yep, I look at the sun through this
Okay.
and spin it around. This is sufficient.
Ah, very well then.
Camilla, you climb it in the bag.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave my head sticking out.
Okay. You are definitely that picture I sent a couple months ago of the bag holding with the little kobold head sticking out. Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Well, with Camilla in the bag, do we want to wait for night?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. We should probably, I would say we should find an inn or something, but something tells me an inn in this place would be very depressing.
Yeah.
Well, there's not going to be any inns at this point in the shanty town. I mean, it's not really made for that.
I suppose we could just wait it out here and see what changes as it gets darker.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really done much except walk around, so I guess we can wait here.
Yeah, let's wait
I
under the
say,
tree.
sitting cozy in a bag.
Under a tree. The shanty
Yeah.
town. You think there's a tree around here? My gosh. Okay, there's gonna be
Like-
some shrubs or bushes that you guys can hang out near, but not trees.
It's okay. I'm gonna curl up like under/in one of these and around the bag.
Okay. So there'd be some stuff in the south of the picture, south west. And like here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. So you guys watch through the day, kind of munching on a good berry here or there, maybe some rations, something to pass the time. You guys have a deck of cards, which I don't think you guys do.
Let me check my carriage.
Or dice.
I was
You?
wondering if one of us had it. I went to go check and I got a hunting trap and a fuzzy pink slipper. But I don't know.
Damn. I always forget to buy these things. I'm like, yeah, I have proficiency with these, and then I never buy like a deck of cards.
You guys, well, let's just say you guys have it. You guys can throw, like, if you guys, whatever you guys, each of you guys want to have. So if you want to have a deck of cards, you guys can have that.
Yeah,
If you want to
probably
have a set of
bring
dice, you can have that. Individual to each of you guys. You guys do have your pets too, so don't forget. You have Jeremy the rat.
Jeremy.
Oh, yeah.
And what's and
God,
Salt.
is Jeremy alive?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, Jeremy's alive. Jeremy's self-sufficient.
We can let the pets out.
I'm gonna
Play.
deal
They can play
whenever we
together
play
for a bit.
cards. I'm dealing Jeremy a hand.
Okay. So there's a couple of card games that we can do real quick if you want. Let me pull one up. Just to kind of help you guys be like, oh, this is what you do to pass the time. There's a popular one called, oh my gosh, where is it? I think it's called Savaris's Favor is what I remembered it. So you roll, we'll do it with dice rolls, but you play with dice normally, but there is a card game you can do version of it, we'll say. So essentially, okay. Can't find the rules I have for it. Okay, we're just gonna kind of make this up for it. I have some slightly different rules we'll do, just to kind of play a quick card game for it. So each one of you guys that want to play, we're not gonna worry about coins or betting or anything. But if you want to play, you roll a d8, and you want to keep this roll hidden, so keep it to yourselves. When you roll on the website, there will be an option if you right-click on it. So you click the d8, and it'll say to everyone. You can change it to be self.
Send to self.
Yep, and then just roll a d8. You guys roll. It might not have updated on my end.
Yes.
I did roll it.
Okay. So essentially what you would do is you would be able to bet at this point. Hey, I want to bet. It's kind of like playing poker. You bet whoever, trying to see whoever has the highest card. You can, if you bet again, which we'll say you guys do, you roll a d6. Keep that hidden as well. And then if you want to kind of like bluff a little bit, like if you think your roll is too low on the d6, you can try and do a sleight of hand check to roll again for the d6.
And what would we have to beat on that?
So the goal is to have the highest number
check?
between the three of you.
Yeah, but to roll it again, what would we have to beat on the sleight of hand?
You just play against each other. So if you want to roll, you would do sleight of hand, and then Branch or Camilla would have to perception to see if they see. Try and bluff it.
How much are we betting on this?
As much as you want, or much as little as you want.
Okay. I'm betting 100 gold.
Oh my god. I'm folding before we reach that point.
All right, Camilla, do you want to keep rolling?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm folding. I want to keep as many of my shinies as I can.
Okay. Well, so that's essentially what you would do. So the way the game works, dice roll wise, is you would roll a d8. Again, you're gonna roll these privately. Roll a d8. That one you can't bluff on. You'd roll a d6 next, and if you want to try and bluff it, you do a sleight of hand check versus whoever's perception to try and re-roll. If you succeed by bluffing everybody, you get to re-roll, and then you get to do the same thing on a d4 as well. So everyone would roll a d4 if you continue to buy in. When all said and done, after those 3 rolls, you add up the numbers. Whoever has the highest total would be the winner for it. You guys kind of play back and forth with the card games. We'll say it's kind of like playing poker in a sense. Kind of just passing the time for it there. It does begin to get dark, and you notice as it gets dark, like you can see from behind you guys, kind of in the background, the lights from the city starting to illuminate this horizon. But in front of you and around you, it does get dim, and you can't even see the stars, similar to what you've had before at previous locations. You see a twinkling of one or two stars here or there, but then they quickly get whisked out as darkness begins to fall. Whereas before it was kind of quiet, now it just feels ominous, and you start to feel that same sense of darkness and oppressiveness as before.
There it is.
Camilla, make a wisdom save for me.
A 3.
Okay. You hear the voice again. It's been in the back of your mind, that kind of like finger on your mind kind of thing. And if you feel the pressure build, it says, onto your wings. How honorable. How worthy. Yes, I can give them to you. Take them. Come to me. Up. You look up and you see one of the shadows melting out of the top of the building. Its glowing red eyes looks at you, and you see it turn and float away, almost like it's leading you to follow it.
I want to try and sneak out
Okay.
of the bag of holding.
The
Yeah.
bag that I've curled around.
Yeah.
You
Oh, wait,
can-
do I still? Oh, no, it only lasted for an hour. Dang it. I used it up.
I mean, you can certainly try. Yeah. You'd make
How
a
pray
stealth
down
check.
in the universe are you getting out of the bag that I physically curled around?
I am
stealthily?
going to use the immovable rod
Oh, okay.
To do what?
to, like, lift myself straight up and out.
Okay.
Am I asleep?
I don't know, are you?
I didn't think so. I'm pretty sure we've just been playing cards.
You have been playing cards, yeah.
I didn't take a nap.
Camilla, are you gonna try? You're gonna try and stealth out of this, Camilla?
Also incredibly suspicious of you at this point. Godspeed.
If you want to be stealthy, you just roll a stealth check.
That's a 22.
Okay. Calamities, you have advantage, but roll perception.
Ugh,
Actually, before you roll,
advantage has never done me any good. Oh,
well, never mind. You rolled, so it's fine. Okay. You have an amazing hand against Branch, and he's like, "No, you're cheating." Throws down his cards, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm taking the pot." And you look down at the bag in your hand or in your lap, and you're like, "Wait." Okay, they're like the bag flap is there, but there's no Camilla there. She's not like her head's not sticking on it anymore. And you're like, okay, that's weird. And then you look up at Branch, take some of the money, and you go, wait. And you stick your hand in the bag, and like mentally, you're like, okay, I'm grabbing Camilla, I'm pulling your hand out, and nothing comes up. She's not in the bag anymore, and you have no idea where she just went.
I hate this.
All right, Camilla, I will say you climbed up
goddamn
onto
world.
the top of the building, and it is the shadowy creature is floating away. It's floating along the top of the buildings.
I'm following it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for me here. You have to beat I would say a 10.
18.
Really high. Okay. You light-footed little kobold jump from building to building. You jump to here. Let's say you scamble down and up on top of the building. As you get to this building, and the shadowy creature's there, and then you hear Calamities going, "God damn it!" And you know that they realized you're gone. But Branch and Calamities, you have no idea where she went to. What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know.
I want my wings.
Well, Branch, what do you want to do?
Something tells me that if I try to call out for Camilla, I'm not going to get an answer.
Yeah,
So
that seems.
I Let me see. Are there any birds within reach?
No, there's like no birds, no animals. There's nothing that you could like. I mean, you have your pet, you have your cat, and you have Jeremy there. The rat's there too.
Okay.
Ooh. I guess I'm gonna try to get some high ground to look around, I suppose.
I have it here. I I'm going to cast what is it? I'm gonna cast Beast Sense
Mm-hmm.
on Salt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna oh wait. Oh, you said there's no trees, right?
There's shrubs and other plants, but not really like a tree
Tall
that you're
trees.
used to.
Alright. Then I'm going to have Salt climb whatever nearest building is to try and see.
I'm just gonna use the rope of climbing to go up one of these buildings.
Okay.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah, easy enough. You guys can climb up the building right next to you.
Huzzah! Thank you, magic rope.
Don't even have to try.
I'll come back.
All right. Well, what are you guys gonna do when you're on top of the building?
Well, how tall is it compared to the other buildings?
About the same height. Because everything's about the same. So everything's one story.
Well, I suppose it's time to look around.
Okay.
I'll use my spyglass of the Wayfarer to look around.
Okay. So I'll give you advantage with the spells for perception. Calamities, you just have a regular roll on it.
I got a 17.
I got a 24.
24? What is this bullshit? Well, they might have higher.
Oh,
No, just barely under. Okay, 24. You don't see Camilla at this point, but at the far corner, you see the glowing eyes briefly for the shadowy creature float to another building and then disappear. And you're like, oh shit, there's something over there. Camilla, you are follow.
Oh, is that Branch? Do you communicate this information?
yeah.
All right. I am going to fire off the flare wand at where's the ping button? The rooftop where we saw the shadow wraith. This one.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a ranged, just a ranged thing. So we'll say not quite a ranged attack, but you're kind of shooting it that direction. Are you shooting it like in the air that direction, or are you doing a straight line? Like, what's your intention?
I'm just trying to hit the roof with it.
Oh, you're trying to hit the roof. Okay. Yes. Go ahead and make just a normal dex, like a range attack. Be a dex.
Let's see here. Da, 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 da. I'll just roll initiative. That's the same modifier. That is a nat 20 BB for a 25.
Shit. Okay. Well, damn. You definitely hit the building. As this bright flare. Read what it does to me for me again.
Oh, yeah, it's been a hot minute. Let me just get back to it. Let's see here. He shoots a bright red flare of light up to 300 feet. It emits bright light within 15 feet of where it stops, normal light up to 200 outside of that, dim light up to 400.
Okay. So we'll do half that given the oppressive nature for everything. Regardless, though, the entire top of the building is this big, fluctuating, bright light. Camilla, the shadow in front of you hisses and seems to dim slightly. Now you look back and you can see Calamities is holding up the flare wand, pointing right towards that building. You're not entirely sure if they see you just yet, but if you stay where you are, they are definitely going to see you in just a second.
I'm going to try and run past the shadow wraith, like the way it was going,
Okay.
and off of the building.
Okay.
Use the immovable rod to like, I don't know, kind of make a ladder down.
Sure. Yeah, you kind of scramble over the rooftop, right as their like Branch and Calamities are kind of blaring, like blinking their eyes from the sudden brightness. You jump off right before you hit the ground. You activate the rod and then kind of stop your fall mid-fall. The wraith kind of is up above still, and it kind of just turns and hisses towards Calamities and Branch. But another wraith, you see another one. You see another one over behind this building. You see the eyes appear, Camilla, and it motions kind of like it's just this big shadowy creature. Its eyes blink, unblinking, look at you, and then it turns, and it looks like it's trying to get you to follow it around the building. Camilla,
Yeah,
go ahead and
I
make
follow
a
it.
okay. Make a perception check for me here.
Dirty 20.
30 to 1. Okay. You previously you had seen those kind of the little hissing imps that had kind of cackled before. You see a few of them around, or two of them where the wraith is, and they are kind of like cackling to each other, but they kind of motion for you to follow quickly. One ahead. There it is. So tiny on the map, kind of just hanging out in the darkest recesses of the shadows, motioning for you forward. Said you're gonna follow them, right?
Yep.
Put you there. Calamities and Branch, you see the one shadow wraith hissing at you. And for a brief moment, you thought you saw movement, but you're not sure if that is the creature or something else.
Well, regardless of what it is, I'm booking it over in the creature's general direction.
Okay. Branch, are you doing the same thing?
I do have vision of it right now, or did I have vision and lost it?
So you can see the wraith. It's on top of the building. You can see that.
Okay.
There was some kind
Um.
of motion that went past it. You think? Not sure what it was.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna throw a hunter's mark on that. Never mind. Oh
Okay.
wait. Never mind the never mind. Yes, I am going to put the hunter's mark on.
Okay. I'll put a red circle
And
on it for the hunter's mark.
perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to take a shot at it with my bow.
Okay. What's the range in your bow? Roughly, the creature's roughly 100 feet from you. You have
It
movement speed,
says
so you can move.
like 150 to
Oh,
600, I think.
you're fine. Not that far away.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
longbows have wild range.
And then okay, I'm gonna shoot. Okay, first to hit's 19.
Okay. That will hit.
Okay. That's 10 damage plus the, if I could find, uh, so that's 13 damage, and then I'm gonna use my second attack to shoot at it with the bow again.
Okay. Is your bow magical, or is it just a regular bow?
It's just a regular bow,
Okay.
and that's a 20 to hit,
Definitely hits.
and then that's gonna be 12 damage plus another d6. 6, so 18 plus 13, so 31 damage.
Dang, nice. Okay. It definitely takes damage, but it doesn't take as much as you'd expect from the initial arrows. Your hunter's mark seems to do normal damage to it. And we're not technically in combat at the moment. At this exact moment, I don't have that pulled up, so please remember those numbers for me.
Okay,
When we get to that part, I will mark it down.
gotcha.
In fact, I will easy A. Okay. Camilla, as you round the corner, Wraith, you're following it. Goes over to this point. The imps kind of follow behind you, follow with you, and you hear Branch calling out, or I'm sorry, Calamity's calling out, but you hear Branch's twang of his bow for it. Like they're definitely attacking the Wraith was behind you, and they're following. The voice in your head is almost here, so close. Come closer. Grant you your wish. Have wings once more, and you will be glorious.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep following them.
Okay. All right. So we'll speed this up a little bit. So you follow. The imps follow with you. You get kind of around the corner. Wraith is there. You are here. Imp. 2 imps behind you. There is 2 more imps. Kind of in here in the shadows. See another wraith that is there as well. None of them are attacking you. They're not making any kind of aggressive move to you. And in the middle of them is creature here. Looks like this. Put it in the Discord chat. And he's got these kind of like golden, almost like bronze more than golden spikes coming out of his head, and he has shadow wings that just envelop out. And he's kind of got that Jesus pose. He's kind of looking up to the sky. He doesn't move. You can see his teeth, or his, like in his jaw, don't move. But there's this oily substance that's dripping out of his mouth, and his eyes are these almost like polished gemstones. They look like polished onyx in his eyes. Long claws. He's hovering about a foot off the ground, and you hear his voice. He goes, "Take them. Take the wings behind you. Rip them off." You clearly know in his mind the image he shows you is you ripping the wings off of the imps behind you.
Done.
Okay, so you have to make an
gonna
attack
do it.
roll. Yep.
That is a
Okay.
13.
That hits. You grab one of the imps. Just make a strength check.
16.
Okay. And you guys can roll initiative, by the way, too. I'm gonna put us into initiative here in a second. Damn, Branch. Nice. Okay. So Camilla, you turn and the imp goes and kind of this terrified look on its face for a moment as you grab it and just bloodily rip the wings off of its back, and it howls in pain. You have another creature, another imp right next to you. As you are overcome with bloodlust, I want you to make this is not the same like fear effect stuff. This is a wisdom saving throw to resist some of that lycanthropy.
That's a 7.
All right, you fail. So you have advantage on strength checks right now. However, you also can no longer distinguish friend from foe at this point. As you are going to this werewolf or this lycanthropy rage, go ahead and attack the other imp that's there. Okay, you hit. Go ahead and roll a strength check. You do have advantage on it because you are, taken with this bloodlust.
Hey, okay.
Okay, it's not very difficult. So the same thing. This imp tries to get away, and as it's going, you kind of go like slam your foot down. The imp's only about your size. You slam your foot down on its toes as it's trying to get away, and it stumbles. You pin it down into the back, and just there's this ripping of flesh, and it just kind of blood spurts all over you, and it's this blackish, almost thick molasses blood gets all over your face. And as you rip the wings off, you look behind you and you feel coming out of your back these wings, bones are starting to jut out. You're like, ah. You turn around. We're gonna go into combat here, but he points like the creature, the shadow abhorrent, looks over at the other 2 imps behind him, and he says, "Yes, take their wings for your." But at the top of the initiative round, it's your turn, Camilla.
I'm gonna go after another one of the imps.
Okay.
Dang it, that is a 9 to hit.
A 9 does not hit, fortunately. Do you have 2 attacks, or is just the one?
Rogues do not get 2 attacks.
Okay. Well, in that case.
But I will Draconic Cry.
Okay. What does that do for you?
Enemies within 10 feet of me. Me and my allies have advantage on attack rolls against them.
Okay. Advantage. Okay. That brings us to Branch. You are up. Real quick, Branch, I'm going to say if you want to move closer, you can. And then Calamities, if you want to move closer as well, you can.
But oh, closer to Camilla, or
Well, closer to the enemy that you have right there.
okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well, here I am.
Real quick, what was the damage you did again, Branch, on the number A?
So it was gonna be 22 damage with the bow, and then 9 damage with the hunter's mark.
Okay. Got it. Okay, got him. Yeah, all right, Branch, it is your turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to move closer to the wraith,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take two. I'm gonna take another shot with my longbow. Oh, that was a 13 to hit. That's weird on my screen. The dice looks like it landed on 17, but
well, 13 hits.
sure. Oh, perfect. Okay. 5 plus D 10, so 12. Alright, so it's 10 longbow damage, 2 hunter's mark damage.
Okay. So the wraith's eyes are beginning to dim. It is fading. You've definitely taken some chunks of shadow off of it, but it is still alive. Still kicking.
Alright, and then I want to do my second attack. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to load up that bow. Oh, this is a 12.
Ooh, 12 unfortunately does not hit.
Ugh.
13 is what
Alright,
you need.
gotcha. Alright, well then, I hold up, wait a minute. Okay, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, that brings it to the big bad guy who is in your head, Camilla, encouraging you to rip the wings off to take what is yours. And that's all he does. All right. The two imps that you ripped their wings off, they kind of crawl towards their master, but that's it. They don't do anything else. And then the two imps that are right in front of you, Camilla, they are going to try and run away because they are now like, oh shit, terrified. You do get an attack of opportunity on at least one of them.
Man,
Oof.
that was a 4 to hit.
Does not hit, unfortunately. All right, Calamities, it is your turn. The wraith in front of you is starting to dissipate.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my rapier, and I'm going to note the color of its glow in close proximity to this weird shadow thing, as I do for all spooky things. It glows blue if it is anything that is not undead. It is just an undead detector. Turns
So
red if it's undead.
they
That's
are
it.
not dead.
Oh, well, too bad for him. I'm stabbing him anyways. After I bonus action steady aim, of course.
Stabbity stab.
Because this shit works on melee attacks.
24.
24.
I think you hit.
I'm re-rolling that. 1 second. That's better. Okay, 11 plus the sneak attack. That's going to come out to be 19 magical piercing.
That is exactly what you needed to kill it. It dissipates into kind of, it melts around your rapier, same kind of thing, just fades into the ground or into the top of the building for it there. As it does, it literally looks like a pile of wax, like black oozing wax or tar for it. Some of it kind of leaks around your boots and you're like, ugh, yuck. You lift your boot up and it's just sticky. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. I will have you go ahead and make a perception check for me here. 'Cause you get 2 attacks normally, right? Or do you only have 1?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have one.
Well, then never mind. I was going to give you an opportunity. Okay. That brings it to the other 2 wraiths, who look to their master, look to Camilla, and they slowly move over here. There. Like the top of the roof where they float up to. All right. So we'll switch these around. So he goes to here. Who's the one? Calamities, as you kind of take that step back, you feel something try to hit you. Ooh, got a natural 20. As this, like, you look down at the goo and then you go, ugh, like kind of like you arch your back like you've been shot in the back. And for this brief moment, you see this spectral spinning, siphoning hand reach through your chest. And you can see it looks like a spectral version of your heart, and it clenches it. You cringe in pain, and you take 18 necrotic damage as it fades away.
Jesus, can I see it?
You, as soon as you kind of arch, like as soon as it goes away, you look back over your shoulder, and you can see the one. It's the number C. It's the one floating on top of the building.
All right.
Okay. But that's their turn. But the 2 things you didn't get to see, 2 more small imps appear, kind of climb up the roof. Here, they look at you, Calamities, and they're scurrying towards you, but they don't get any closer, or as they get.
I have 1 attack a turn. I'm not dying.
All right, Camilla, your turn. You have the 2 imps that are running away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going after them.
All right, go for it.
Dirty 20 to hit.
You grab. Go ahead and make just a strength.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. Okay. Go ahead and make another strength check for the second one. Oh my gosh. So you have advantage on that one too. So roll again. Oh my god. You are not rolling well. Okay, so you managed to like almost feel like a barbarian raging. You grabbed both of the imps and slammed them down into the ground for it there, and then you just keep trying to pull on their wings, and it's like rubber. You just pull, you lose your grip, and it just snaps back into place. Pull, snaps back into place. The 2 imps are just whimpering on the ground as you're just trying to rip their wings off of them for it. Anything else?
No, that is my turn.
Okay, Branch, your turn. What do you want to do?
Is Branch aware of where Camilla is or what's going on with Camilla, or can he only?
You are not aware with what's going on with Camilla. You can see the 2 imps by Calamities, and you can see the Wraith C. You can see him on top of the building. He's the one that did the spectral spinning hand into Calamities.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the roof with Calamities
Okay.
with the imps. I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to attack the first one in front of me with my dagger.
Okay.
Oh, that's a critical.
Oof.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. How do you want to obliterate this thing? It has 10 hit points. Yeah, you want to destroy it.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to make the slowest stab ever into the imp. Just like right into its throat, and then just as soon as it touches, it just evaporates.
Okay. That's what you see happen. evaporates and is dead. Anything else? You should have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, I have 2 attacks, but I technically have 3 in melee. So I'm going to
Okay.
use my second attack on the other Shadow Imp with I have that silvered short sword, but it's not showing up in my actions tab, so I think I'll just figure that out later, but I'll just use my short sword.
If you want to use it, you have to equip it, is what it is.
Oh. I think I have it equipped. Maybe I have too many things equipped, and that's
Is the little box next to it checked in your equipment?
yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
huh. Is the silver short sword a homebrew edition, or is
It
it
is. It should still show up as a weapon because it's based on a weapon. Oh, it's listed as a wondrous item. That's why. I'll have to fix it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll fix it, but it would
Yeah.
just be your normal short sword attack.
Okay, yeah, I'll just use the regular short sword. It's fine.
Okay. We'll just mentally note you're
That
using that one.
that is another critical hit.
Holy shit. Okay. How do you want to eviscerate this one?
This time I'm just going to swing my sword at it, but I'm just gonna let go at the end of the swing and just have the sword just fly through him.
Okay. Your sword flies through the imp. He is dead. Shish kebab. The sword sent you through it, but technically, it will drop down right here where I pinged.
Okay, I don't need it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll just leave it there. A little
What?
treat for whoever walks by it.
That was the silvered one or just a regular short sword?
I was just gonna use the regular short sword for
Okay.
now until we get the silvered one on the thing.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Well then. That brings it to the big bad's turn, unless you have something you want to do, Branch, something else?
Uh, no, I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay. Well, the big bad's going to start to float up into the air. He floats up about level with the building, a little bit higher than the building, but that's all he does for it. He continues in your mind, Camilla, continues to cackle and says, "Yes, yes, yes. Take them for yours." The 2 imps, or the rest of the imps, are gonna try and run away. So Camilla, you do get an attack of opportunity.
Yay. 21 to hit.
Okay, go ahead and make another strength check for me here.
Please, God. 18.
Success. You rip
Yes!
the wings off the back of it. Let's say it's this one. It doesn't get away. This one manages to get to about here. As you rip these wings off, you roll your shoulders, and this burst of flesh just rips out of your shoulder blades as these spectral kobold wings sprout, and just that gooey sinew just drips off of them. And for the moment, you have the ability to fly.
Yeah! Heck yeah.
Yes, let me health for him. Calamities, it is your turn. You see the imp come running around the corner, looking back over its shoulder, and you hear the ripping of flesh for it. And then, of course, there's the wraith that you can see on top, and you see the big shadowy guy with its Jesus pose floating about a foot above the top of the buildings, kind of in between the 3 of them.
Well, I'm gonna take a shot at the guy who injured me.
Okay.
We're gonna take a steady aim bow shot at him. 26
Oof.
this time.
Yeah, you definitely hit him. Holy shit, yes.
What is with me needing to reroll? Oh, okay, that's a max damage reroll. Cool. And then
Damn.
what we get on the? Oh my god, that's 31 magical piercing.
Oof. 31. Hot damn. Well, you don't quite kill him, but your shot rips through the shadows, leaving this gaping hole. And as the arrow flies through, it's like a spout of just tar shooting out from behind him. And it just splatters across the rooftop.
That is my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, it is now the Shadow Wraith's turn. The same one that got you before is going to attack again. Pick the right creature. Got a 20 to hit you, not natural.
Well, that'll hit. But thankfully, it's not a crit.
Okay.
And this time, I'm looking at him.
Ooh, got a 1 for his second attack.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit anything else. You take 9 points of necrotic damage.
More like I take 4 points because I'm gonna uncanny dodge that this time.
What? That's not cool.
Hey, now I'm looking at him. I didn't do it last time because I wasn't looking at him.
The other wraith is going to move kind of up towards the middle of the street, and Branch is going to send 2 spectral siphons as he kind of kamehamehas his hands towards you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Got a 20, not natural, for the first one.
Okay. That definitely hits.
12 on the second one.
Alright, the first one hits, the second one doesn't.
9 points of necrotic damage.
Ow!
And that's their turn. Brings it to top of the round. Camilla, you're up.
Going after the other imp.
Okay.
Dang it. It's an 8 to hit.
Misses. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Okay, so when you rush to catch this imp, are you running or are you like floating, flying?
Yeah, I'm going to fly as soon as I'm able to.
Okay. You kind of do this howl, like blood, guts all over you, and you immediately dash, like flying dash to catch up to this imp, and try to grab him, and just to wiggle out of the way. Calamities and Branch, you guys see Camilla with these bone-like wings that are dripping tar off of them as she is mouth open in this mindless rage, some of this tar blood all over her face as she is grabbing for this imp. And you see her floating about a foot off the ground as she is flying after this creature. Branch,
Brief
it is your
aside to
turn.
Branch. Never trust a kobold.
Um, so I see Camilla, I see the 2 shadow rays. Do I see the shadow aberrant in the back?
Yeah,
Or am I?
you can see everything except the 3 imps. Except for this one right here and the other 2 behind the building.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah,
So
all the wraiths and the aberrant are at least a foot off the top of the tallest building. So they're floating about 10 feet up off the ground.
okay, so I'm gonna go for something a little gutsy here right now.
Ooh, okay. Bring
Okay,
it.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Cast. I only got 1 more slot. So that's my bonus action. Then I'm gonna use my feline agility special. So my speed is somewhere at about I want to say 180 feet.
Okay, I believe it. What, Zephyr doubles it?
Zephyr adds 30.
Okay, so
And then the feline agility doubles it, and I'm already at 60, right?
yeah, so you'd be at 180. You're correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And Let me pull out the ruler. Okay, so what Branch is going to do is he's going to get a little bit of a running start on this rooftop,
Okay.
and he is going to try and do a jump attack
Oh.
all the way on the Shadow Aberrant.
Okay. So you basically want a shadow jump across, or like run and jump across the open air, and then are you going to swing like a sword at him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to have you. I'm going to have you make a jump or an athletics check. It's not going to be very high with all that crazy, speed and everything.
Okay.
So make an athletics check. I'll say you have to beat a 5. Basically, don't roll a 1.
Okay. The 13.
Okay. You back up, and have you ever seen the movie Wanted?
I don't believe I have.
Okay. If you should watch. There's a scene in the very beginning where this guy's getting shot at. He runs to the back of the building, and then he does this burst and jumps from one high-rise building to the other. You are basically doing that. Like Calamities, you take your shot, like you see Branch back up to the edge, take a running pose, and then you blink and he's gone. Just flying through the air, swords out. Go ahead and Branch, make your attacks.
I'm speed. Ka-chow.
You are speed.
Alright. So the first one on him. The 25 to hit.
25 will definitely hit.
Okay. And then so it's gonna be 10 damage plus the Zephyr Strike damage. So 14. And then I'm gonna use my second attack with Fang, my dagger.
Okay.
As a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Alright. And then plus 7. Alright, that's 7 damage. I don't think there's any. I think Zephyr Strike's only the first attack.
Well, let's double check. I mean, if you can get it on every attack, go for it.
And
Let's
then,
see.
oh, you give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Well,
That's
roll one more time to hit. See if you get a crit.
oh,
Get
okay.
it, you get it.
Gotcha. Oh, no, that's a 2.
Okay. Well, I mean, you still got the hit, so can't complain.
Gotcha. Alright. Okay, so it's. And then I'm gonna use. Nope, never. I already used the bonus action for Zephyr Strike, so that will be it. So total damage looks like what?
Um,
7,
well, I've
21
been doing the
damage.
damage as you did it, so.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, then
Okay.
that's all.
Okay, cool. So you, with your jump, are jumping so far, so fast, you fly through him and land on the other side, the other roof past him. For it. Now, when you hit him, you slash into him with your weapons, and you notice that as you get close enough to him, there was a kind of a darkness, a necrotic aura around him. Your weapon attacks almost got rid of that aura. So he doesn't look like he's taken any damage. Whatever that aura is was some kind of temporary hit points or protection, and you have weak. Unless you have anything else, it'll be his turn.
That's all.
He kind of looks at you like he's looking up in the sky, and he briefly lowers his head like he's now, like before he wasn't paying attention to the rest of you. You hit him. He looks at you, and he's going to cast a spell. I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's a 5.
Oof. Okay. So you're going to take 3d6 psychic damage, and you can't take reaction. And then on the next turn, you either get a move, an action or a bonus action. Get one of the three. He cast Tasha's Mind. And you take 4 points of damage. Hold, basically.
Perfect.
Okay. So from where your vantage point is, you can see the two imps below. Now that they realize that something's going on, they kind of are going to crawl up to the top. They're wingless, bloody. They get to you, but they can't attack. Milla, the one imp is going to try and run away from you. Go ahead and make your attack of opportunity.
No! Oh, man.
Aw.
It's a nat 1
Okay.
for a 3.
Wow.
That's a reaction, so you don't get to, lose anything else. Leave them there. Going to run. Okay. Calamities, it is your turn.
I'm still trying to kill that fucking Shadow Wraith that keeps attacking me. Specifically.
Damn bastards.
This motherfucker.
Damn. Max roll. Holy crap.
29 magical piercing damage.
All right, that was on the C, the one that keeps hitting you, right?
Yes, the one I shot last turn.
How do you want to destroy this one? Because it does not have that many hit points left.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't really have anything fancy for just a wraith.
Okay. We'll say the same kind of thing happens again with the crits. Instead of going through its torso, which is the shadows are trying to reform, you hit through its head, and its head just explodes. Branch, as you kind of turn around to you see the explosion of tar-like blood fly against the abhorrent's body. It doesn't seem to care. But you look kind of behind, like kind of that head tilts of like, what the fuck? You see Calamities lowering his bow. Anything else, Calamities?
No, that sequence of actions is all I got.
Okay, well, it's the one wraith that's left. It is going to... It does. So it makes one siphon attack on you, Calamities. Got a 17?
Misses.
Alright, it misses. Then it's going to move. Floating. Close enough to you, Branch. Oh, it's already far. It's already right at range. Never mind. Aha. Alright, Branch makes an attack at you. Got a 15 to hit you. I mean, that misses.
That will. Yeah, that missed.
Alright. Man, just under. Okay. That brings it to Camilla. It's your turn. You have the one imp running away still.
I'm going to use... Oh no, I'm just going to run after it.
Okay. Your attack?
I'm using a dagger this time.
Okay.
Cool. That's a 9 to hit.
Okay. So that won't hit either. Anything else?
I guess bonus action, I'll try and throw my other dagger at it.
Okay. Well,
Since
so
I have
you
two of
could,
them.
yeah, you could use your other dagger as an offhand attack. It's a light finesse.
I will throw it.
Okay.
Oh god, that's a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Yay.
Make your strength check.
Oh, whoops, that's just damage.
I mean, if you want to just cut his wings off instead of rip them off, you could. I'll allow it.
Oh.
Or not.
I'm at 20, but that's a 19.
You watch as you throw the dagger as he's scampering away, and it pins his foot to the ground. You just stalk up. It kind of whimpers and looks at you and he goes, no, not my wings. And you don't even care. You grab its wings. Looking at it straight, you put your foot on its chest and just push. And there is the sickening sound of bones crunching and flesh ripping as you rip its wings off as well. For a brief moment, the wings dissipate, and you feel your body just shiver with ecstasy over this sensation. As soon as that imp's dead or wings are gone, you hear the abhorrent's voice in your head. Only one step remains. Tell them. Tell the beast, and it's yours forever. When you kind of like you looks pointing towards Calamities, just as a reminder, you are still in your Lycan bloodlust. You have no idea if any of these are your friends. But he's pointing, like mentally pointing for you to go and kill Calamities or Branch.
Well, unfortunately for him, that's the end of my turn, so.
Okay. Branch, it's your turn.
Okie dokie. Alright, first off, screw these little shadow imps. I'm gonna attack the one to the right of me. I'm just gonna attack him with my dagger real quick. That's
Okay.
a 27 to hit.
Definitely hits. They have 5 hit points left.
Oh, okay. And yeah, it takes 10 damage.
Okay. It's dead.
And then I want to use my second attack to hit the other shadow imp that's next to me.
Okay.
Let's see. Ah, that's a 10 to hit.
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
Alright, I guess they leave me no choice. I have to use my bonus action to attack again.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And 7 damage.
More than enough to kill it.
Alright, cool. Bye.
No more imps. All right. Anything else?
I don't believe I have that option available to me now.
Okay. Oh, I totally forgot you had the mind whip, but we'll deal with it next round.
Oh, sure.
So,
Okay.
all right. Okay. Well, in this case, the abhorrent looks at you, Branch, looks at you killing the imps. It looks to Camilla and back to you, Branch. And it just floats nonchalant. Like it's that same wings out, arms out, Jesus pose as it floats to you. It is about 10 feet tall as a creature. And it's floating a foot off the ground. So you kind of like look up at it like, holy shit. And it swipes at you with its claws. It's 2 attacks. First one. I got an 11. Missed.
Man.
And the second one, 15. Misses
Nope.
again.
Man.
Okay. You just kind of, those claws are like whips. They just lash out at you to swipe, and you just move out of the way. You're zephyring around. You're like, haha, I'm fast as the wind, bitch. Can't hit you. All right, that's his turn. That brings it to the 2 imps and then Calamities. The 2 imps are gonna kind of fry. Yeah, they just kind of run away. They'll run towards Calamity. So, Camilla, if you want to attack that other imp that's running away to try and kill it, you certainly may. You feel no compulsion.
Absolutely. Oh, that is not my dagger. That is a 25 to hit.
Definitely hits. He has 5 hit points.
That is a 14 on the strength check.
Okay. You just pick him up and like it's almost WWE style. You've got him over your head, wings outstretched, and he's squirming in your hands, and you just rip him in half and throw one half of his body to the side and the other half just to the other side on the ground. Mind you, this imp was your size, so it's like picking up a miniature kobold.
This is the strongest I'll ever be.
Calamities, it's your turn. You see the one imp. Like you look over at Camilla, she grabs it as it's running away and just lifts and rips it apart. She looks very terrifying.
It's like, well, I guess that's helpful. Time for this other motherfucker who's trying to shoot at me now. If they
Well,
could stop trying to shoot at me, that'd be cool.
No, that's
Cut
not
that shit
no.
out, assholes.
Not how it's gonna work.
Oh yeah? Well, what if he took 29 magical piercing damage?
Oof. 29.
What then?
Ooh.
He's still alive. You ripped him in half almost. Like the bottom half of his body just dissipates and it's trying to regrow from the shadows that are there. But he's still alive. As
Yeah,
much as
makes
one of his
sense.
kind. Anything
Well,
else?
nope.
Okay. Well, guess what? It's his turn.
Putting
He's
out
gonna
damage as I
look
can.
at Branch, look at you. He's gonna like, my boss has got this. He's gonna attack you, Calamities.
This makes sense.
Got 11
That won't work.
and a 14.
That won't work either.
Something like this.
Suck it, right?
And he is going to move.
Up on the roof. He can't get away that way.
No, yeah, he's just floating on top. He's like floating above the roof still. But that's his turn. All right.
Nothing can save you, Shadow Wraith B.
All right. That means it's now Camilla's turn.
Oh, I guess I'm over here now.
You can fly too. Yeah. Forget.
Well, unfortunately for the shadow abhorrent, it has wings. And that's what I want.
Okay.
Is that imp still there on the ground?
It is, yeah.
Oh, it's still alive?
It is
Well,
still alive.
You killed one of them, but there was another imp.
Yeah. And just as a reminder, the voice in its head in your head is telling you to kill either Branch or Calamities. Like it's pointing you to those two creatures. That's what's telling you will keep your wings. If you still want to ignore that and go for it because it has wings, you certainly may. It's your choice.
First, I'm gonna kill this imp.
Okay.
It's a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits. Got
And
5
that
hit
is-
points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's max
It's dead.
damage.
Oh god. Okay. How do you want to kill this one?
I just stab it in the chest.
Okay. You stab it so hard, your hand, like the knife, comes out of its body and your hand is sticking out, like your fist is sticking out of its chest.
Oh my god.
You have advantage with the whole strength thing. I'm just going to say you're just bloodlusting. In fact, for the werewolf aspect of it, or the were-rat aspect of it, Calamities, you look as after she kills the imp, she kind of like licks some of the blood that's on her face with her tongue and kind of licks the dagger blood too. Never seen her act like this
Ew.
before.
Why
Gross.
can't you just be normal?
I will say this much. So Camilla, when you do like lick the blood and eat it, it burns. But it also satisfies you in some way. Like that bloodlust, that desire for that raw meat that you tasted earlier, this seems to be satisfying. Anything else you want to do?
That is my turn.
Right, well, Branch, then it is your turn.
Very well. All right, so what's this match business I must contend with?
With what? With maps? What about the maps?
No magic. You said I was like cursed or poisoned or something.
You can take either a movement, a single action, or a bonus action. But that's it. You only get to take one of those three. So if you wanted to attack, that would be an action. You just wouldn't get a bonus action or a movement.
Okay,
Would still
but
get
if
two
I have,
attacks.
yeah, I was gonna say, so if I have 2 attacks per action, I could still take those 2 attacks, right?
Correct. Yes, because that an action is your attack, and the attack includes however many attacks you have.
Perfect. Okay. Uh. hmm. Okay. I guess I'll just take my attacks. What about special things?
And
Actually,
what are you thinking?
we'll get there when we get there. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll attack with my dagger. That's a crit.
Ooh, okay. Very nice.
Okay, so and the special thing I wanted to talk about was this other mechanic that I've ignored our entire playthrough.
Okay.
Is this favored foe?
Oh, yeah.
I think I've ignored it because I use a lot of things that already use concentration, but right now I'm not concentrating. So the first uh a creature I attack, I can target as my favorite enemy for 1 minute until I lose my concentration. The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favorite enemy and deal damage to it, including when you marked it, you can increase that damage by 1d6.
Okay. So I would rule that because it says on an attack roll, which you just did, you can do it. So you get to
All right,
totally do it. It makes sense.
beautiful. Okay, perfect. And then now I will do my crit damage.
Don't forget to also double the favored enemy damage. That is a dice
Uh,
roll. So,
okay.
but you get to add a d6, a d8, like a d6.
Or d6, yeah.
Okay, so you would add 2d6 since it's a crit.
All right, perfect. So it's going to be a total of 21 damage for
Oof.
that first hit.
Okay.
And then
Is your weapon Fang? Is it magical? It doesn't look like it is.
no, I think it's just a +1. Okay, and then with my second attack, I will use the silvered sword, but I'll just use the short sword thing.
Sure.
Okay. It's a critical miss.
Ooh. Okay. Roll a d20.
It was right on the 19 too. That's so dumb.
That always seems to work.
I hit the edge of my screen and knocked it over to a 1. That is a 2.
Oh, okay. Roll your damage. You're gonna stab yourself in the foot.
Okay. Oh, minimal damage. I'll
Okay,
take
yeah,
6.
not too
I'll
bad.
take
Yeah.
that.
So okay, you go to stab. You stab him with Fang this dagger the first time. You go to stab him with the silvered short sword, and you just kind of nick off of his claws and just stabs right into your foot. You're just like, oh fuck. But you pull the blade out, and you can still use it next round if you want. But yeah, painful. Anything else?
Ah. Um. No, that's it. According to my curse, I think that's the only thing I can do.
Okay. Well, it brings it to the abhorrent's turn, who kind of looks at you, Branch, for the moment, and in your head you hear it. Actually, yeah, you hear it in your head briefly for a moment. It kind of cackles and laughs, and the blood, like the ooze, is still coming down. It's out of its mouth and down its throat, and then it speaks to you. Do you understand Infernal by chance?
No, I
No.
do not.
Okay, so it says something in this infernal language. You recognize it as an infernal because tieflings can speak it innately, and you understand that it's something, and you catch maybe a curse word here or there, but that's about it. As it reaches out with a claw to try and hit you. Actually, before it does that, it's going to actually cast a storm of shadow imps around itself. It's a 20-foot sphere radius centered on itself. The sphere, basically concentration of the area, is lightly obscured and is considered difficult terrain. So anybody within that radius. But that's all it does. It can't do anything else. Calamity, it's your turn.
You see me, I hate shadow wraiths. I always have. I was born this way.
Can't imagine why.
Shadow wraithcist, if you will.
That's just rude.
That is an acceptable roll. Let me see my other dice before.
While your 13 damage is still alive, the 16 from the sneak attack, it does kill it, though.
Okay, cool. Yeah. 29 magical pierce.
29, yeah, very nice. Okay, it
Jesus.
disappears and dies, melts into wax. Anything else for you?
That is it for me.
All
Fuck
right.
that guy. He sucks.
That brings it to Camilla. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess I'm going to walk towards Calamities.
Fly, you can fly. You have fly
Oh,
speed
yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, what would my fly speed be?
It'd be 30 feet, same as your normal.
Okie dokie. That I fly 30 feet, which is like here, I think.
A little bit closer. Kind of in the corner of the building. Yep, right about there.
I'm going to throw my dagger at Calamities.
Okay.
That's a 10.
No.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right, Calamities, you see Camilla flying towards you, dagger thrown towards you and flies past your head. You're like, wait, what the fuck? Branch, it's your turn. You need to make, for me, Branch, a Constitution saving throw since you started your turn inside the area.
As a 19.
Okay, you are fine. You take 8 points of psychic damage. Yes.
You said 8, right?
8, yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see. And I'm still cursed, right?
What curse
Should
in what
only be
sense?
a turn, right?
The one
spell,
action.
Tasha's mind whip.
No, that's
Yeah.
gone. That is gone.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. All right, Mr. Shadow Man, you have met your match.
All right, so you do have disadvantage on the attack because it is lightly obscured. Unless you have dark vision. Do you have dark vision? I don't know if you have
I
dark
do
vision.
have dark.
Yeah, it's
I do
maximum
have
dark
dark
vision.
vision.
And never mind. That is negated. Ha
Okay. I'm. Ooh, this is a tough decision. Okay, I'm going to cast. Wait, does it actually? Oh wait, no, I can't. Never mind. All right, that's why. Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action
Mm-hmm.
for Planar Warrior. I'm going to use it on Mr. Shadow Man.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my first attack with my dagger as a critical hit.
Ooh.
That's like the 5th
See,
crit
you've
I've
gotten
rolled.
an insane number of crits with
Yeah,
no
it's-
advantage. What is this?
Holy moly. That's 9
Remember,
damage.
so anything that has dice, a double for it, yeah.
Favored foe.
Yeah,
And
double
then-
favored foe, double planar warrior.
Let's see, so then 2d8.
Yeah,
12,
not bad. Not bad.
Damn, and it's all force damage too, so
17. Yeah, so that's 26 force damage.
okay. You hit him, and for the first time since attacking him, your dagger hits, and you just watch as you stab into like his side. His side just explodes, like there's a ripple effect. Like you hit him hard enough, and his body didn't move, but it just ripples across, and just blood splatters out. There's a chunk of his side missing now from where you stabbed him.
Take that, motherfucker.
Yeah. You anything else? Yeah, I think you have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my second attack, I'm gonna use the silver short sword.
Okay.
And let's see. This is it's a 12 to hit.
It's cursed.
Nope. Unfortunately, a
fine.
12 won't hit him. Nice try though. Although he does need to make a con save for his 26. He got a nat 20. He made his concentration save.
Ah,
You son of a bitch.
fair enough. Alright, that's my turn then.
Okay. Well, now it's his turn.
Son of a bitch.
He's going to make 2 claw attacks on you, Branch. Ooh, we got a nat 20.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
This is gonna
I'm
hurt.
going
You take
crit for crit.
28 points of
my
slashing
God.
damage.
Ooh.
And then he's gonna attack again. Got a 19.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so you're unconscious. You're not dead. And then that's his turn. Calamities, it is your turn.
I guess I'm shooting at him. Not much to be done here. That's a 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Oh, that's nice. That's kind of him. Okay, 10 plus that's 13. I don't remember what the initial damage roll was. Oh, why does it always put me back to the top? Okay, 27 magical piercing.
Okay. You shoot him, take some nice damage out of him. He looks to be, from the hits you did and from the attack from Branch, looks like you might have gotten him about bloodied. Estimate maybe half his hit. All right. Anything else?
Oh. Oh. Con save. That's what else. DC 13, motherfucker.
Okay, let me have him make a save. See, how does he do? Click the button.
That's fair.
He got a 13 exactly.
God damn it.
Okay.
This son of a bitch.
Okay. Well, anything else for you then, sir?
Nope.
All right. Well, then that brings it
This
to
is my action economy.
Milla.
I'm going to fly at Calamities and try and take a swipe at him.
Okay.
That's a
Nope.
14 to hit.
No. Okay.
Just
That I'm going to cunning
dancing around.
action.
Cunning action
I
what?
don't know.
Dash, disengage, or hide?
Mm,
Oh,
I'm
do you want
not.
to disengage?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Alright, that is my turn.
all right,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Branch, make your first death save. Please roll a nat 20. You've been rolling 20s all night.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that is not a
Ooh.
20.
Oh, that's a fail.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
All right. Well, that brings it to the Abhorrent's turn. Who going to float or fly? All right, he going to float, be here, and he's just going to cackle evilly, and he says, "Yes, yes, kill him, take what is yours, drink from his blood." And that's it. Calamities, you're up.
I will shoot at him again. Ugh. I haven't gotten a single crit. I've rolled so many dice.
Well, 27
I just
definitely
want
hits.
one crit.
Oh, fuck.
Please.
You're not getting crits, but you're getting max damage.
Yeah, I am. One sec. Let me see if that's higher than Oh, it is. What if I did 28 magical piercing? Make that DC 14 con save. Also, I hate you.
8. Oof. Okay, he's starting to look very bloodied, and now he's looking pissed off. He failed his save, so the aura goes away.
Yes! Piece of shit.
Okay. Anything else?
No,
All right, Camilla, your turn.
I got rogue action economy.
Swiping again. That's a 9.
No.
That is my turn.
All right. Branch, make your save.
Another 3.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Oh god.
Severin, do something.
We haven't even pulled Severin out of the bag. I was
Oh,
waiting for you
God.
guys to say something. Well, since Camilla, if you mention Severin, I will have him go after the abhorrent, who is going to, seeing Palamides hit him, is going to laugh at you, Palamides, and tell you to make a wisdom saving throw as he casts confusion upon you.
It's a nat 20. Fuck you.
Oh! You shrug it off like it's
I
nothing.
can't crit a weapon roll, but I can crit a fucking save.
All right, well that's his turn. Severin's turn.
Piece of
Who
shit.
Branch? Thankfully, Severin is in your bag of holding. We'll
This is
say
true.
he pops out of the bag of holding and goes, "What the fuck is going? Oh my god!" And he's gonna stuff a potion down your throat. So mark off
Oh,
a
thank
potion
God.
from your bag, Branch.
That fucking bag of 4 trillion potions.
Grabs it with his mouth and
Mm.
like
Well, he's got the mage hand, so he's gonna do the mage hand.
He does have the mage hand.
In fact, I don't even see that you have a potion of healing.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I thought
Oh
I
my
did, but
God.
I don't think
Well,
I
let's see. Did Frederick have one? Let's see. I think he has.
Maybe?
Does Severin have pockets?
He does not have
I can't
pockets.
remember.
No,
I feel like somebody
But his
did.
skull is hollow.
When did we buy potions of
it's
healing?
true.
When
I
did that
think it
happen?
was Frederick. I think Frederick bought a bunch of potions.
He has a
I
ton
think
of
I-
potions. Holy
Okay,
crap.
yeah, I was like, somebody's carrying a shit ton of potions, and
And he's got
it's
a bunch
not
of
me. Apparently
like
it's not Branch.
spells. Okay.
Wait, I do have the good berries from earlier though, and
Nah,
one.
he's gonna use. We're gonna use one of the potions of greater healing that he
Greater
has.
healing, hell yeah,
So
yeah.
4d4 plus 4. Roll that. 4d4.
That's 48, right?
You wish. So you get 13 hit points back. You are conscious.
All right, sweet.
Welcome back.
All right. So that's Severin's turn. Because it's an action to feed somebody else a potion.
Yep.
That brings it to Palamides.
Let's keep going.
16
Yeah, it's
hits.
Oh my god, it does.
Exactly what you need.
Oh, thank Christ. Oh, another max damage roll.
Oh god, stop with the max rolls.
Oh, okay, so 16 plus 11 is 27 plus whatever this re-rolls to the same number, 29 magical piercing.
Okay. Okay, he's not looking very good at all. Palamides, he's still alive though. Camilla, you're up.
Why is he alive?
Swiping. Oh God. Okay, it's a
Do your
13.
worst.
You just have your hand on my head. And I'm just like flailing.
Fucking insane lying sack of shit. Lay off.
Just stop already. All
Just
right.
like snarling like I'm rabid.
You kind of are at the moment.
Foaming at the mouth.
Branch, it is your turn though.
Alrighty. The Shadow Abhorrent is floating, right? Like flying.
Yeah.
Yes, he's still flying right in front of me.
Alright. I'm going to take aim with my longbow.
Okay.
And see, that is a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
And now I'm gonna use my favorite foe again.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Damage. There it is. That is 13 damage
Max roll.
Oof. Okay. Okay.
plus d6. 5, so that's 18 damage.
Okay. How do you want to kill him?
Oh my gosh. All right, so Branch, he's like, all right, thank you, Severin. You give me the power to do what must be done. And he takes his longbow out and he puts the longbow in his foot and then draws the arrow with his other foot and shoots it straight at the shadow aberrant.
Okay. Severin kind of is like his mage hand drops the potion ball and watches this happen, and he just mouths, "What the fuck?"
I'm
You're
going back in the bag.
Okay, the shadow aberrant, it shoots right through the back of its, the base of its skull and kills him. As he dissipates, Calamities, you notice a totem that is the shape of it drops from where the shadows dissipate. Camilla, make a wisdom saving throw for me here.
12.
Okay. You are still enthralled by the bloodlust of being a werewolf or being a were-rat. So you notice this and it kind of enrages you for a moment. As soon as the abhorrent dies, there is a pop, and you are going to take some psychic damage from this. It's not going to be a lot. You take 9 points of psychic damage as the wings dissipate in smoke, and you immediately go into you want to kill somebody. You just need to stab somebody for stealing your wings. You lose your ability to fly. So,
Bring it on, Camilla.
all right.
Do your worst.
That brings it to Severin's turn, who's kind of looking at Branch going, "What the fuck?" And he's going to look at the two of you guys fighting it out, and he's like, "What the hell? I'm going back in the bag." And he goes, "Back in the bag." All right, Calamities, it's your turn. Camilla's wings have gone away. Her eyes are bloodshot, and she is foaming at the mouth.
I'm taking steady aim at Camilla with my rapier.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Okay.
1 sec. 1. Okay, reroll that one. So that's 11 plus 6 is 17. Piercing gives me an extra one of these. Just 20, and then I have 6 of these. So 49.
Okay.
Non-lethal because it's melee.
That would be enough to knock her unconscious.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out.
All right. Well,
Just
you guys are now out of
massive fucking pommel strike.
Yeah, you are out of combat now, so you guys are good on that. But yeah, okay. Camilla, you just get smacked in the side right in the temple, and you just roll back and fall unconscious. I would say since you're right on the edge of the building, you fall from the building and just bump right onto the ground. Calamities and Branch, as you guys Calamities, as you deal with that, you kind of watch her fall and then look up at the sky, and you guys can see that this clouds or the shadows that have been blocking out the stars have started to dissipate, and the stars are twinkling back into.
Well, in order, I would like to A, smash the idol.
Okay.
B, tie up Camilla. And C, put Camilla in the bag of holding. C or D, tie up the bag of holding.
Severin's like, wow. I don't want
My
to stand
bag of
here with
holding.
me.
My
Oh,
bag
okay.
of holding.
Yeah. Okay, you can do all of that, no problem for it. No problem. Okay, yeah. So, Branch and Calamities, what do you two want to do?
Oh,
Well,
I
the
guess.
ties on the bag should hold, so I think it's time that we get some rest, Branch.
Yeah, I think we should take a nap or something, and then maybe talk to the townsfolk after this and see if anything has changed.
Camilla, I want you to know that before I attacked you, I had done roughly 230 points of damage that combat.
Jesus.
And then after I attacked you, that went up to about 280.
You rolled really well for a lot of rolls too.
The damage was great. But I
Crits, not
was
so much.
really sad I had not crit. And
Yeah.
then I got to crit Camilla.
Just clunk.
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
here
I
for.
gotta do the one crit at least once. Well, before we go any further, so just so we get this out of the way, so I'm thinking about it. Somebody, doesn't matter who, I'll say Branch probably. Make sure you add 1 potion of healing greater to your inventory. And then add a potion of climbing and another regular potion of healing. That'll be all the potions off Frederick. He has 2 potions of climbing, by the way. Yeah, so that looks like all he had. Let's make sure we get all that stuff. Everybody got all that added?
Yours.
All right. Well, if you guys are there and set, you've had that added. You guys can head back to the inn of the miner's daughter. And
Good.
same kind of thing as you guys leave. Like people are starting to wake up, kind of out of their apathy. You kind of jump down, off the roof, and where you guys were isn't very far. Like Calamity, you're right next to where all those people were standing, where you guys had the conversation. And they kind of wake up and snap to, or like, oh, what's going on? Branch, you see the kid, the teenager you spoke to. He kind of blinks and looks at you for a moment. You see him raise his finger and he goes, I talked to you in a dream. It was so weird. Did that really happen?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Do you feel satisfied in terms of hungerness?
Yeah, I don't actually. I feel fine. Feel like I don't feel hungry at all for the first time in a long time. Really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're welcome.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. He kind of like looks around, and a couple other people are standing up, and they kind of like, it's nighttime, but I mean, people weren't moving, but they're kind of waking up and going about their business. Like, why is it dark? What's going on? But they're all again snapping out of their apathy for it. As you guys make your way back to town, the guards, like they kind of go, "Hey, show us the gem." You do, but as you walk through the town, there's at one point you're walking
Visibly
through and you
tired and surly with the cards, though.
yeah, well, so there's a couple of times throughout the town as you're walking through. I mean, there's not a lot of people out, but there's at least once where you see some footpads that are like kind of their knives out, and they look at you, the two of you, and they're like, never mind, back away. And that's the first time you've seen anything like that so far.
Do I notice that they were thinking about attacking us?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you guys are like,
While they're deciding to back off, I'm just gonna make eye contact. Just be like, it's been a long fucking day, buddy. Try your luck.
they kind of hold up their hands, like, yeah, we're good. All right, you make it back
Just keep
to the
walking.
miner's daughter. And as you guys walk up to the door, you see, like, you walk in and it's candlelight, or like I would say oil lamps. There's only one oil lamp lit at the moment. There's nobody else in the inn at the tavern. But on the other side, kind of sitting at the bar, is the bouncer. She's a half orc female that you've seen before. She's looking like reading a book, and she kind of looks over her shoulder at you guys and goes, "You guys were gone long, I think. You guys have rooms here?"
Long.
I
It's
felt like we did.
like we were gone for a day.
I didn't see you, so yeah. If you got rooms,
Yeah.
go to your rooms.
Do.
Don't. She kind of eyes you up and down, and she goes, "Perhaps clean yourselves up a little bit. I don't think Pellin is gonna like it too much if you come by tomorrow morning looking like that." And you guys know Pellin is the name of the innkeeper.
Oh, good golly gee. Am I dirty, gross, and injured? I hadn't noticed.
All right. Branch starts
So I
licking his
got
paws
5
and like scratching his face.
She just kind of rolls her eyes at you, Calamities, when you say that. And she goes, "Ah, smart ass."
Fucking wish being called a smart ass was the worst of my problems today.
She kind of looks at you and she goes, "I could call you ugly too if you want."
You're gonna have to get a lot more creative to outpace whatever the fuck just happened.
You're a pig-faced kobold's ugly mother who doesn't know one end of his ass from the other.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
still not
flop
doing
my
it.
head out of the bag. I'm like, who's talking about my mom?
You're tied up and so is the bag. Get back in there.
Camilla heard it though from the great beyond, the kobold great beyond.
You can sense it.
All right. Well, unless you guys have any complaints, you guys can go up to your room.
No.
And yeah, no problems there. You guys get up to your rooms, and are you going to do anything with Camilla? I mean, Frederick is not there at the moment. We'll say he's still out with that, learning about Bahamut and preaching away.
That's fair. I just want to bathe and rest. Camilla can think about what she's done.
Well, are you gonna let her out?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
Still tied up, but outside of the bag.
All right, Camilla, you come too. It's been more than an hour. Your like Calamities, when you tied her up, one thing that you noticed is that while she was kind of angry and attacking you, and after you knocked her out, her body changed slightly. Like she's a kobold, so she has scales, but she had more fur, and had taken on almost a rat-like appearance to it. That is all gone at this point. Camilla, you're conscious and like aware of your situations. You're not in that bloodlust anymore. You remember all of everything that happened from.
Oh man. I'm just gonna lay on the bed and cry. I miss my wings.
I'm just gonna stare at Camilla. I'm trying to have a bath in peace. I think I earned that much.
Boo hoo. I say while boo hooing.
All right. Well, if you guys aren't going to do anything talking or anything else, we will end there. We'll pick up with you guys having any conversations you want to have, and the following morning deciding what to do next. There's only one more left. Branch.
no.
You.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
This has been had a chance and had a turn. Others are coming for you next.
I am the monster.
Ooh, that's a different story then. I guess I'll have to change it up. All right. Well, congrats, guys. You made it through another one. Not bad.
I feel like Branch has had a near-death experience in almost all of these so far.
And then he just goes
Yeah.
and naps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, cat naps are a good
Meanwhile,
thing.
I don't come as close to dying as I probably should in most of these.